Buongiorno, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to speak about floral fragrances that are suitable for the heat of the summer. So light, fresh, not cloying in any way, shape or form. Easy reach fragrances that you can wear in the day or in the night that will definitely work very well in the heat of the summer. I selected 10 fragrances from my collection, which is a little bit difficult because I have a lot of floral fragrances, but I selected 10 and I have one honorable mention. So if you are a floral girl like me and you are searching for the best floral fragrance to wear when it's hot outside and you just want to have a fresh, uplifting fragrance, then please keep on watching. And before we start, if you are new to my channel, hi, welcome. My name is Noura and this channel is all about fragrances, but also a little bit of skincare, makeup and lifestyle in general. So if this is your thing, if you are a fragrance lover, then definitely subscribe and also hit the notification bell so you will get notified when I upload a new video. And without further ado, let's start. I will just start by my honorable mention, and this is Azzaro Mademoiselle Tendre Floral. This is a recent purchase. I actually featured this in my haul, which I don't know if I will upload it before or after this video. So if I did upload it, I will leave it linked up here if you want to watch it. And this is a total cheapie, by the way. And I was quite surprised by it. And if you see the bottle, this is how this fragrance smells like. So it's very fresh, a little bit green, but girly, fun, uplifting, has a predominant note of lily of the valley and quince. So it's a fruity floral, but it's not too sweet in any way. It's just beautiful. I'm totally blown away by it, and it's only on my honorable mention because it's a recent purchase, so I didn't really have the time to play with it and see. But from the few times that I did wear this fragrance, I think this will become one of my absolute favorites. If you love fruity florals and you like lily of the valley, then definitely check this one out. It has a lot of green notes in it, but trust me, I hate green notes, and here it doesn't bother me at all. The quince just balances everything out beautifully. It has a musky undertone, so clean, fresh, you know this vibe. I absolutely love it, and for the price you can't get wrong. It's a beautiful fragrance. This is Azzaro Mademoiselle Tendre Floral. Now let's start with my list. By the way, these are not ranked, so I will just go through the one I grabbed first. And since we are talking about recent purchase, my next one was also featured in my haul, and this is Chance Eau Tendre Eau de Toilette. Again, a fruity floral, and this is a cult favorite for a reason. I don't know why it took me so long to buy this fragrance, but yeah, it's amazing. Again, a fruity floral, but here it's different than the one before. Here it has also quince, but it's very fresh because it has also grapefruit. And the flowers here are quite unusual. So besides the jasmine, you have also hyacinths and iris. And I am not a fan of iris, but really here it doesn't bother me at all. Again, with a musky dry down. Longevity and sillage on this one is average, but I absolutely love it. So again, very fresh. It's like the one from Azzaro. So it's fresh, it's fun, it's uplifting, but it has a classy touch to it, as you would expect from a Chanel. What can I say? Yeah, you can't go wrong with it. It's a mass-pleasing scent. I can't imagine anyone hating it. It's maybe not your favorite, but it's very difficult to hate it, so you can wear it anywhere, anytime, easy reach, just works. So that is Chanel Chance Eau Tendre. Now let's continue with Chanel, and my next pick is Gabrielle Essence. This is so beautiful, guys. It's very well blended. It's very difficult to distinguish like the notes. It's a fruity floral, but different to Chance au Tendre. So here it's more floral than fruity, and it's extremely classy. This is like a signature worthy scent. I wouldn't say it's fun and uplifting, but it's definitely fresh. So if you want a fresh fragrance but still extremely classy, get yourself Gabrielle essence. It has light florals, tuberose, ylang ylang, has a lot of fruits. I think was peach in here, black currant. It has coconut, but I mean, reading the notes, you can't imagine the fragrance, or it's like all the Chanel's very well blended. I mostly get the tuberose and the peach, a little bit of citrus, but yeah, the rest is like I can't distinguish any note. So every time in summer when I want to feel like put together, I always wear this one. So this is Chanel Gabrielle Essence. Speaking of classics, let's go to more of a bougie fragrance, and this is a Tom Ford. This is Fleur de Portofino from Tom Ford. This is very, very unique. This one features a lot of flowers, and some are quite unusual. And what you mostly get is the black locust. You also get a little bit of the jasmine and the orange blossom, but I mean, it has a lot of notes. It has syringa, it has orange blossom, it has magnolia and osmanthus. It's just like a bouquet of flowers mixed with honey and citruses and kind of a balsamic undertone. I know the notes look scary, but it's just beautiful. It's very fresh, very elegant, and absolutely unique. So don't be afraid also of the honey note here, because it's very diluted. It's mostly a fresh bouquet of flowers. Again, a fragrance that you would wear if you want to feel like put together, but you want also to smell a little bit expensive. Yeah, get yourself this one. It's absolutely beautiful. So this was Fleur de Portofino from Tom Ford. Unfortunately, although it's an eau de parfum, it doesn't last extremely long. But yeah, still I adore it. Now let's move to an aquatic floral, and let's go to Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Forever. This is the new flanker from Light Blue, and it's practically light blue with added orange blossom. And if you don't like orange blossom, don't worry. It works beautifully here. For some reason, I am not a fan of orange blossom at all, but it just works in this fragrance. So if you are familiar with the original light blue, so it's aquatic, it has a little bit of fruitiness from Granny Smith's apple, very fresh, extremely fresh. It's one of the best fresh fragrances for summer, and just add a little bit of warmth and sweetness with the floral touch of orange blossom. This is practically how this fragrance smells like. I have a full review, which I will leave linked up here and in the description if you want to watch it, where I go in depth about this fragrance and also do a comparison. I find this one of the best flankers from Light Blue. So as you know, Dolce & Gabbana comes each year or each summer with a new flanker of light blue. So this is a limited edition. So smell it. And if you like it, grab it, because it's not going to last forever. So if you love orange blossom and you love your florals to be aquatic, then definitely get Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Forever. Let's continue with aquatic florals. And the next is one of my absolute favorites. This is Roberto Cavalli Paradiso Azzurro. Oh my god, is this beautiful. And the best part of it is the price, because it's always on discount, so you'll always find it almost half price, even more. Just beautiful. And this time it's jasmine with aquatic slash aromatic woody undertone. So if you are familiar with the original Paradiso, this is like the original Paradiso, but more fresh, more aquatic. It also has some sweetness from the fruits. I think it was peach and tangerine. It's mostly jasmine, a little bit tuberose, cypress, aquatic. Again, has moderate longevity and sillage, but I mean for the price and for how it smells, yeah, I wouldn't complain. So that was Roberto Cavalli Paradiso Azzurro. And since we are talking about jasmine, as you all know, it's my favorite notes and fragrances. Let's move to a classic, to a sexy, fresh jasmine. And this is Pure Poison from Dior. Not a new, again, I can't stop raving about this fragrance because it just is one of the best. Jasmine, it's very versatile, so you can wear this one on a date, these kind of stuff. For me, it's like a woman dressed in a white dress. She is sexy, but in an innocent way, you know? Yeah, this is how I picture the woman wearing this fragrance. So if you want to feel fresh but a little bit sexy, you can't go wrong with Pure Poison from Dior. It's mostly jasmine with gardenia and a hint of orange blossom, and has a quite fresh citrusy opening, but it retains this freshness all through the fragrance. Has more of a woody musky undertone, but absolutely beautiful. I know a lot of people say that it lasts long on their skin. For me, it has a moderate longevity and sillage, unfortunately, but still, I mean, I adore this fragrance. I just love it. And yeah, moderate longevity and sillage or not, I don't care. So yeah, so if you love jasmine and you are looking for a fresh, sexy summer fragrance, then definitely get yourself Pure Poison from Dior. Now, let's move to another jasmine fragrance, but here it's jasmine with lily of the valley, and my pick is Jasmin Kusamono from Armani Prive. This is, yeah, it's lily of the valley and jasmine competing with each other. Both are the predominant notes here. It has a very clean vibe to it, a little bit soapy. You know, lily of the valley has a little bit of a green touch to it, and you really get it in this fragrance, but again, in a very fresh, uplifting way. And this is, I would say, is for someone who is not into sweet fragrances. I mean, yeah, someone who loves very light floral fragrances without like the added sweetness that usually are in these fragrances by the fruits. It has here a fruit, an Asian fruit, a kind of pear, nashi pear, but you really don't get it. It's like a very natural bouquet of lily of the valleys and jasmine with a musky undertone, so it has a little bit of a soapy touch to it. So you can really see like the inspiration behind this fragrance, so the Japanese floral composition. It's very airy, very fresh, dewy, simple fragrance. So if you are into like Asian aesthetics, Asian kind of fragrances, and you love florals, then definitely check Jasmin Kusamono from Armani Prive. Now, this is my last jasmine, I promise, and I can't stop raving about this fragrance. I'm sorry, but it's a new release, but I absolutely love it. This is Eden Rock from La Collection Prive from Christian Dior. This is a more mineral jasmine with salty note, but mostly it's a mineral jasmine. So it's very unique. It has also a woody aromatic base, but still has a touch of creaminess. I have a full review on this fragrance, which I will leave linked up here and in the description if you want to watch it. It just works for me during summer when it's very hot and I don't want to use the citruses, because usually I gravitate toward citrusy fragrances when it's really hot and humid, you know. But I also gravitate to this one. It's not exactly citrusy or fresh like my other fragrances, but it's very airy. It just puts me in a good place. If you are familiar with Acqua di Parma Colonia Pura, imagine Colonia Pura with added jasmine. Somehow, this is how this fragrance smells like. I absolutely adore it. Unfortunately, it has a terrible longevity. I have to tell you, this remains on my skin for 2 hours and then disappears. Sillage, not really. But as I said before, one of my subscribers told me that it performed very well on her skin. So have to check this one out on your skin for me. I just love it. It's an amazing fragrance. It's one of my top 10 favorite fragrances of all time. But again, it's not everybody's cup of tea. So you do have to sample this or like to test it on your skin and see if it's something you would like. So that was Eden Rock from Christian Dior. Now, my two last fragrances are Peony fragrances. And let's start with this one. This is Printemps from Maison Lancôme. I know, I talk a lot about this fragrance, but I just love it. If you love peonies and you also love pink pepper, you have to check this fragrance because the pink pepper here is just amazing. I love it. It gives the peonies this spicy, fresh, tingling feeling that I absolutely adore. It has also rose and has a musky undertone. One of the absolute best peony fragrances in the market, in my opinion. I have a dedicated video on my best peony fragrances, which again I will leave linked up here and in the description down below. Peonies are one of the best summer and spring notes in general. But yeah, if I have to pick two, one of them will definitely be Printemps from Maison Lancôme for peony lovers out there. So if Printemps was too expensive, let's go to a total cheapie, and this is Versace Bright Crystal. I have it in a mini, I know. I am waiting on a good deal on a full bottle because I will definitely buy it. I just love this one in the summer. I just do. I went into samples and samples of this one. I don't know why I didn't buy a full bottle when I had the chance. Sometimes it happens. I am hoping for a great deal on this one because you can find this fragrance always on discount. You just have to wait and you will find it like with a great price. It's the most fresh peony in my collection, hands down. And I have never smelled a peony more fresh than this one because here it is combined with lotus flowers, watery notes, yuzu, so very fresh, very watery and fresh and uplifting. It just works for summer. As I said, I finished a lot of samples of this fragrance last summer. Yeah, it was one of my go-to fragrances. So if you are into aquatic fragrances and you love peonies, definitely, yeah, check Versace Bright Crystal. There is an absolute version of it, but they are different. This is, for me, a citrusy floral water aquatic fragrance. The absolute version is a fruity floral with emphasized on fruity. It has a lot of raspberry in it, so it's more of a sweet peony. It does last longer, but it's not, at least on my skin, not so much like everybody says. So if you are looking for the same DNA but more of a fruity side, more sweet, then definitely check Bright Crystal. Absolutely. So with that, I concluded my list. I hope you liked it. Please tell me in the comments down below what is your go-to floral summer fragrance, or you have a suggestion for me, then definitely leave me a comment and tell me. I will be very, very grateful. So I hope you liked this video and you found it helpful, and if you did, please give it a thumb up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you didn't already. Definitely stay tuned if you are into summer fragrances and especially citrusy fragrances, because I am going to upload very soon my top 10 citrus fragrances for summer. So definitely hit that notification bell so you will get notified when I upload that. Thanks a lot for watching and see you next time. Ciao!